Hello everybody and welcome to Unity Ride Shop. Today we're going to show you how to build a wheel. We got this BSD XLT hoop right here, nice teal color. We also got this profile mini hub right here in a nice teal color. So let's watch how we build. So first off, we're going to make sure if there's a right side or left side hub. Right here we got a right hand drive hub. So we're going to go ahead and get this hoop lined up where the words are going to be facing the right hand side over here. We got a left side drive spoke size and a right side drive spoke size, so make sure you don't mix your spokes up while you're building your wheel. We're going to go ahead and grab our hub right here. We're going to go to the non-drive side and we're going to try to get that logo lined up right through that valve hole right there. So what we're going to do is find our two spokes that we want to start with. You usually got to kind of guess a little bit, offset it from the logo just slightly. What we're going to be doing is building this as a 3-cross today. So every 6 spoke holes is what we're going to end up crossing over with. So what we're trying to do is get that logo lined up right through that hole right there, just for the detail. We went ahead and got our 3-cross started, so every 6 spokes, we got it figured out and lined up right next to the valve hole to start. You're going to go ahead and skip over 1 for the one side. Now what we're going to do to continue building this wheel, we're going to go ahead and start with the spoke head that's facing out. And every other spoke hole, we're going to go ahead and drop our spokes into there. Remember, if you got 2 different size spokes, you're going to want to not mix this up. So we're going to go ahead and drop a spoke in each of these holes, every other hole. We're going to go ahead and put the spokes dropping inwards because this is going to be a little bit more challenging hole to line up after we have the wheel built. So we're going to build all these easier facing spokes first. Go ahead and drop all your spokes down into the hub, every other spoke hole. Now that you got all the spokes dropped in there, you see that real nice? Every other spoke. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the next one in line right here. So we got the 1 and then the 1 right next to it. We're going to go ahead and count 4 over from here, and that's where we're going to have the next hole line up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 holes over. We're going to go ahead and throw our nipple on there. And then now we're just going to continue to do that all the way around the whole wheel. Whenever we're putting these nipples on, we want to just what we call zero them out. So put the nipple to the very last threading so they're even all the way around the wheel. If you do that, your wheel should mostly be balanced at the end, so it's not going to be too much extra work to tighten it up and true it. For those of you who never built a wheel, this is a pretty simple task. However, if you make one mistake, you're going to screw up the whole wheel build and have to start again. So I'm going to do my best to go ahead and explain how to do this, so you just do it the one time. Once again, after we have a spoke in there, we're going to count over 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're just going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to do that all the way around. Oh, there we go. I already caught a little mess up where I got 5 instead of 4. Alright, so we're just going to fix these couple that I got off by 1 while trying to explain how to build the wheel. Alright, so now we got the first quarter of the wheel built. We got 1 flange done. We got all of the inner spokes laced all the way around. You got every 4 holes. You're going to go ahead and drop your spoke into the next one. All the way around, nice and easy. Whenever you start, make sure you start right next to the valve. Not over, right next to the valve. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and repeat the other side. We're going to find our 2 spokes that we want to start with to get our hole lined up perfect and not be over the valve. So what we're going to do is we're just going to look for that valve hole. We're going to come over to that. We're going to get our next 2 spokes laced right in here, coming on down. So whenever you're doing this, you're going to go ahead and try to line it up, drop it right next to here, come up over. We always like to start with the first 2 spokes just to make sure we get it exactly where we want it. Get our spoke nipples threaded onto there to hold our spokes in place so that way we don't lose them. If you got a little flathead screwdriver or a little whirly bird, you can go ahead and use that to tighten your nipples down a little bit, make it easier instead of using your hand if you need to. Once again, we're putting these nipples all the way to the last threading on the spoke, so they're going to be even all the way around. We got our valve hole right there. We got our spokes starting right next to it, so this will be an open space. Now we're starting the other side, so we're going to go ahead and drop all of the heads facing up, down, around, and then we're going to repeat the process. Every 4 holes, we're going to go ahead and drop our spoke in there. So right now we're going to do every other hole, every other hole. Once again, if this is your first time building building wheels is very easy. You just got to pay attention, watch what you're doing, and line it up. If you need to rewind the video, go ahead, rewind the video, find a spot that you messed up on, and continue to start from there. So now that we got all of our heads facing out, all of our spokes in there, we're going to go ahead and line them up on the rim. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our next spoke in the lineup. Come over, we're going to count 4. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one's right up there. So we're going to get that bad boy lined into there. One, two, three, 4. All right, next spoke. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go in there. One, two, three, 4. And if you notice, you're always going to be to the right side of the opposite spoke. So you just kind of keep working it. One, two, three, 4. All right. Get your 1, 2, 3, 4 right there going again. And just keep that method going all the way around the whole wheel till you're done. Once again, very simple, very easy. Take your time. Pay attention to what you're doing. You'll have a very nice looking wheel once you're all done. Just get that 1, 2, 3, 4 going right there. Alright, we got a 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is right there. So now we've gotten half of our wheel built. We got 1/4 and 1/4. Go ahead and make sure we got everything zeroed out on there. So your wheel should be looking a little bit built. What we're going to do is now we're going to do the second half of the spoke. So let's do the third section right here. If you want to go back to the small flange, we're going back over to the small flange. We're going to drop all of our spokes coming in from the back, popping out, and we're going to go ahead and work like that. Now, we like to do one spoke at a time. If you want to put all the spokes in, that's what I was doing the first time to show you, but we like to do one spoke at a time so we don't scratch this nice rim. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start lining this up. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So same method, 4. We're getting a cross section right here. So in this cross section, we're going to want to go under the spoke to add the extra pressure to keep our wheel extra tight. So right now, we're just going to flex this spoke around. Now we're going from the front to behind the spoke cross, and then we're coming back over to our spot on the rim. Having the spokes crossed over like that is going to add constant tension to your spokes at all times, which is going to help your wheel stay straight and stay tight for a longer time period. So once again, we just drop our spoke in from the back side, slide it right out, and then you're going to count over 4. We got 1, 2, 3. Here's the 4th hole right here. So we're going to go ahead and line that right up in there and get this tightened down. And you just simply do this easy method all the way around the wheel. Remember, we're going under the spoke, behind it. Yo-ho! Alright, where are we at? Yep, skipped the hole right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and throw one in over there. Bada bing, bada boom. That's where I was, missed the hole. Alright, we're under that cross spoke. We're going to come straight up to the rim into our hole right there. Get this bad boy screwed down, tightened down. Alright, we got that one in. We're just going to go ahead and go under and around. You got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're just going to keep doing that same method all the way around. Your wheel will turn out perfect. Don't you worry. Bada bing, bada boom. Did want to go ahead and fix one right here that I forgot to cross over while I was talking. Nice and easy. Bada bing. Bada boom. You know. All right. And once again, if you want, you could drop all your spokes through here. Or if you want to do one by one, you could do one by one. It's faster whenever you drop them all through, but it helps keep the wheel from getting scratched up whenever you do one by one. But if you want to go ahead and just put them all in the hub flange over there, no big deal, no problem. Bada bing, bada boom. Now you got your spokes sitting there. You're going to go to your last one, come over, count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is right there. And if you keep those nipples zeroed out and you put them at the last thread, it's always going to help keep your wheel pretty straight once again. Gotta get that Red Bull sponsorship going, huh? Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just continue this pattern all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4 going right here. Drop that nipple on the top. Slide that spoke in the rim right there. Bada bing, bada boom. So this is a 3-cross rim. 3 cross means that the actual spoke is going to cross over 1, 2, 3 different times while it's going up. 3 cross is going to be every 6 spokes down here is what you're going to be looking for. Alright, so now we got 2/3 of the wheel built. We're going to build the last 4th right here. So we're going to switch the wheel back over. Once again, if you want to do spoke by spoke or you want to drop them all in there, go ahead. We're just going to go ahead and drop them all in there right now for you. Alright, so we got all these spokes dropped in. We're just going to go ahead and line them up as we did before. So we're going to get to our starting point where we have our spokes crossed already. And we're going to use that same directional pattern right here. And we're going to start at the top and count over 1, 2, 3, and there's that open 4th hole right there. Also, don't forget you want to cross under your spoke to have maximum tension. So we're just going ahead and going behind that spoke. Now there's constant pressure and tension on that spoke right there. If you want to keep your wheels nice and tight, Definitely want to make sure you cross over each spoke. All right, once again, we're just going to cross under that spoke. We got our 1, 2, 3, 4 lined up right here. Now you're at the end. You pretty much just have that fourth one open, so you could just go to the open hole, put your nipple in there and snug it up, zero the threads out till there's no more threads. I use my thumb right here to fill those threads until it stops. All right. Go under the spoke up to the top. Add that constant pressure on there. Go ahead and zero that out right there. Boom, boom. We got just a couple more right here is what we're looking at. All right, so we got the last spoke right here. We're putting the nipple on. Got the valve hole right here. Finishing up right next to that valve hole. And if you built this wheel right, all of your spokes are going to be crossed. All of your spokes are going to line up straight and smooth. Also, this valve hole right here, you're going to have an open section all the way down. If your valve hole is in one of these sections, you've built it off center. There's that logo. All right, your wheel should be pretty straight before you even get to true it. Look at that sucker. All right, stay tuned for truing it. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Peace. Hope this video really helped you.